Now we'll look into new financial code of RBI. Not for RBI, new financial code of India, in fact. See, here we understood that we have an institution called RBI and lots of autonomy has been provided to RBI and it is performing so many functions. Already we have understood. So nowadays the talk is that the government is making some attempts to reduce the role of RBI. The government wants to dominate the whole scene. Obviously, there is a necessity to make some changes in the existing rules and regulations and reduce the power of the RBI. So one such attempt is a new financial code. With this, what exactly is going to happen? Let's try to understand. If you look at this, RBI, such a powerful body since beginning. But if you reduce the powers of this, definitely the government is pulling the powers from this RBI. What exactly is going to happen? Let's try to understand. Let me open the document and have a look at this. Let me talk to you regarding this. Look at this. RBI, a new financial code, that is NFC. This is going to create an Indian financial code. And if you look at the screen, you already know certain functions of RBI, like it will look into the monetary policy, it will look into the banking regulations, it will also look into the payment system and stability, it will also look into the financial stability, the regulation of non-banking financial companies, foreign exchange management, deposit insurance and credit guarantee. So many things are there. So many things are there into this. And of course, once this class is over, I am going to upload this document and you can read this document. So whatever all the points we know regarding RBI, so we are trying to put in some more points here. So by looking at the terminology, you can understand it very, very easily. But the attempts are going on to reduce the powers. Government wants to create some other bodies and divide the functions of the RBI, and the government wants to give the functions to some other agencies, and government also wants to take some functions. So let's look into this. That is called the new financial code. Let me open the document now. Have a look at this. Look at this. RBI is functioning as an autonomous institution for the last 80 years. So nicely it is functioning. So since 1935, it is functioning as an institution with lots of autonomy. And what are the issues? Right now, the issues are like this. Look at this. The government is planning to sideline RBI. See here, before going further, I just want you to think on these lines. Just to think for a moment, I'll just give you 30 seconds. Think on this. You know the functions of the RBI. But why the government is planning to sideline RBI? Just have a look at this. Just think for a moment. I'll just give you very few seconds. Now, look at this. Western countries are giving their central banks more authority and regulatory powers. And India is proposing a system to reduce the RBI to a shadow of itself. So this is a very, very serious matter of concern if it is really happening. So why to destabilize the well-functioning system? So now we are going to answer all these things. But before understanding this one, you just recollect all the points that are related to the functioning of this RBI. Is that okay? Now, look at this. There is a proposal with the government to create a monetary policy committee. Getting it very, very important. A new body is going to come up in future, and that body is going to be a monetary policy committee, or in simple terms, you can use the words MPC. Okay, and that MPC is going to be responsible for all monetary policy matters. For example, here, just now I was telling you that RBI has some monetary policy functions, and RBI is doing that. Maybe CRR, SLR, all the functions that are being done by the RBI. Now, if you create a monetary policy committee, the functions that are being performed by RBI with respect to the monetary policies, that will be taken away from the RBI, and those functions are going to be handed over to a new committee. Can I say now, this is nothing but diluting the powers of the RBI? Yes, the powers of the RBI are going to be diluted. Now, let me open the document once again. What is the use of all these things? We'll try to see. This MPC, the Monetary Policy Committee, is going to be responsible for all monetary policy matters. Look at this. Note. It is a standard practice throughout the world that to have a committee in charge of the monetary policy. But whereas in India, this job is performed by RBI. Different countries will have different mechanisms, and all the countries, almost all the countries in the world, they have a committee with respect to making the monetary policies. But in India, it is done by the RBI. But now the government is planning for creating a new body called Monetary Policy Committee. And this MPC is going to have 7 members, and most of them are going to be nominated by the government. More powerful. Look at this. The NPC will take overall aspects from RBI, including setting of the interest rates, maybe CRR, SLR, repo rate, reverse repo rate. Everything will be decided by the new committee, that is the Monetary Policy Committee. I just want you to go through all the points for a moment. Please read these points very slowly with understanding. The government is yet to take a decision, but it's going to take a decision. All right, let's go further. The Indian Financial Code, it proposes the RBI to continue to be in charge with the same thing. RBI will continue to be in charge with, look at this, monetary policy through Monetary Policy Committee. Meaning absolute powers are not going to be there with the RBI, but RBI will be functioning through the Monetary Policy Committee. And RBI will continue to supervise and regulate the scheduled banks. And RBI is going to look into currency management and payment and settlement systems. So far, there is no clarity on who is going to maintain the foreign exchange. As of today, this foreign exchange is also maintained by the RBI. But after this new code comes into the picture, what is going to happen? The clarity is not given. Let's follow the news. What is going to happen? We'll see. And the Monetary Policy Committee is to regulate all financial services other than banking and payment systems. Clear? Remaining all financial services will be coming under the clutches of the Monetary Policy Committee. And this Monetary Policy Committee will have a mix of nominated members by the government and also by the RBI. Majority of them are nominated by the government. RBI will also be given a chance to nominate few members to Monetary Policy Committee. Look at this. According to the Indian Financial Code, bank is defined as a financial service provider. Very, very important one. So the definition for a bank is the financial service provider in the business of accepting the deposits from the public. If any institution is accepting the deposits from the public, that is nothing but providing the financial services, and that is considered to be the bank. Clear? And now read the statement number 2. Hence, all non-banking financial companies will become the banks. But who is going to control all of them is still a question. Very, 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 very important point, please. I am going to read the statement once again. According to the Indian Financial Code, a bank is defined as a financial service provider in the business of accepting deposits from the public. Hence, all NBFCs, non-banking financial companies, are going to become the banks. Now the question is that who is going to control all of them? Clear? Look at this. This Indian Financial Code is going to amalgamate the financial regulators in India like RBI, SEBI, and IRDA. RBI, you know this, Reserve Bank of India, Securities and Exchange Board of India, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. All these institutions are going to be put under one roof. This is going to happen, meaning the government is planning for the major changes to take place in the financial sectors. If you look at all these bodies, maybe RBI, maybe SEBI, maybe IRDA, these are all considered to be the financial regulatory commissions in India. And all these are going to come under one roof. Look at this. And once it is done, the designations in the RBI, like governor and deputy governor, will be redesignated as the chairman and members. So they'll be merely accepting the directions that are given by the government. This is going to happen, please. You know this. The head of the RBI is called a governor. Under governor, we have the deputy governors. But very soon, the designations are going to be changed and it is going to become chairman and members. Am I clear? Now, so this is with respect to the so-called this new financial codes. And kindly remember all these points, please. And whatever you have learned with respect to the RBI, in addition, we are adding some more points. But this is yet to come to the picture. But before you write the examination next year, definitely this may happen. So during that time, this is one of the possible and probable questions in the examination. Okay, and after some time, I am going to upload all this in our site and read it. It seems that there is no technical error so far, and everything is good. But since the time is already 7 o'clock, sometime in the evening today, so we'll have a discussion on what exactly is the monetary policy and what exactly the RBI does. So I thank you so much for being with me, and I wish you all the very, very best and have a fantastic day. Thank you.